Hello there everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of LEGO Look Back. In this episode we'll be taking a look at one of my favorite sets of all time, and that is Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter. So I absolutely love this set. We'll go into a deep dive on all the details of the set, including the bricklink price that you can get the set for with the minifigures as well, and we'll dive into all of the brick set reviews and what the average rating for reviews are on brick set of this set. And then of course the big thing with this series, if you're new, is I will be going into stories of my childhood of when I actually got this set. So a lot of these sets that I will be reviewing, I remember the day I got the set, what the situation was, so I'll go into that, and I'll also go into any specific memories I have with each set. And the big thing with the series and how this series continues forward and how I'm going to be able to keep doing more episodes is if you guys leave feedback in the comment section below and essentially talk about what you give this set out of 5 stars. Do you think it holds up today? All the sorts of questions that I pose in the video later on, but also the big thing is if you guys have this set, what are your memories with this set? Anything in particular you remember about getting this set? Anything you used the set for, whether that be reviews, mocks, stop motion, anything like that. The big part of the series is the interaction. So if you have any opinions on Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter, leave them in the comment section below, and that's kind of the big thing with the series is talking about the sets we love and why we love them. So that's kind of the big thing with this set. First off, I'm going to put a couple screenshots on screen right now from last episode, which was the Clone Walker Battle Pack, which was this one right here. And if you stuck around through that video and watched that, I did name that pretty much one of the best battle packs of all time in my opinion, and you guys had a lot of great feedback and memories with that, with the Clone Walker Battle Pack, and opinions on what you thought of the set. So I'll put a couple of those screenshots on screen right now. So at the end of the video, again, I'll pose some questions, and you guys will leave all of your thoughts in the comment section below, and we'll get a great discussion going about some classic sets. So without any further ado, let's get started. And to start off, this set number was 8037. Official name was Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter, ages 8 through 14, and 570 pieces. So, of course, the two minifigures, or 3 if you count R2-D2, we've got Anakin, Ahsoka, and R2-D2. Anakin and Ahsoka both in their Clone Wars style animated form. Very nostalgic figures for me. This set was available according to, again, all this information coming from brickset.com, so I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in checking them out. Great website for logging all of your sets that you own and interacting with the community there, so it's great set. The release date was in June of 2009 all the way until December of 2010, and the price was $60, so we'll get into that later if we think that was a good price or not for this set. Now we'll go ahead and get on to my memories with this set. So this set has an extremely special place in my heart. So first off, right off the bat, I'll tell the story of how I got it, and then I've got something hilarious and very embarrassing to show you guys. But essentially, it was Christmas of, can't remember, I think it was Christmas of 2009, and I was really starting to get into collecting Lego stuff, and it was Christmas, and I put a lot of Lego sets on my Christmas list, but Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter was not one of them. I was and at that time, I mean, everybody was, but in particular, I really wanted to build my clone army up, so I wanted lots of sets with clone troopers in them or droids, battle droids and stuff. That was kind of what I wanted to collect, was the minifigures. I wanted to get some big clone armies because that's kind of what was the thing at the time. So that's what I was really wanting from Lego sets at that time. So at Christmas, I got the Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter, and at first my little, dumb 9-year-old self was upset because I really wanted more clone trooper stuff, and I wasn't really interested in a set that didn't have any clone troopers in it. But nonetheless, I started building that. I wish I would have gone back in time and I could just slap myself in the face and be like, dude, stop complaining. This set is amazing. So I built the set. Pretty sure I built it within the next couple of days, and by the time I got it done built, I kind of reversed my thoughts. I actually loved the set. I think just for a play factor when I was a kid, to be able to have a Y-Wing swoop around and bomb your droids in all of your battles, it was kind of the big, reinforcements. So it was always like clones are about to lose, and then, hey, the Y-Wing comes in and saves the day. So it was a great set to have as a kid when you would actually, kind of playing with your Lego, and the Y-Wing would come in and save the day for the Republic. So that was great. And the minifigures, again, are just kind of so-so. Of course, getting those iconic characters. This was the first time I was getting Clone Wars Anakin and Clone Wars Ahsoka, so very special in that regard. But again, when I first got the set, wasn't super pumped because it didn't include any clone troopers. But as I kind of built the set and throughout the next couple of months, I really started to enjoy this set. And over time, I kind of built throughout the years of my enjoyment of the set actually went up. So until we are here now, I love the set now. I think it's one of my favorite sets of all time. For the nostalgic reason, of course, because it was one of my first actual bigger Lego sets that I built on my own. That was another big thing, was I had never really built this size of a Lego set on my own up at that point. My dad and I always used to build them together, so this was like a big stepping point for me to build my own big Lego set. But I also think in general, just a great set. But that's kind of my memories of the set. Was a rocky start where I wasn't sure about it, and then over time I actually enjoyed it till we are here, and then now in the present it's like my favorite set, for nostalgic reasons of course, but I think it's also valid as one of a really great set and model in the way it's built. But yeah, I absolutely love the set nowadays. Now another reason why this set is so special to me, and you guys will really appreciate this, is it built my channel. It was the first Lego Star Wars review that I ever did on my channel. It was a few days after Christmas in 2009. I reviewed Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter. So this has a special place in my heart for multiple reasons, but one of the big reasons here again is this set was one of my like second video on YouTube, and I look back at that video all the time, and people that know me, my family members, my friends, look back on the video, and it's just hilarious to look back on. And just a little 9-year-old me, or a 10-year-old me, I guess, 9 or 10 years old. Who knows? It was so long ago. It feels like, but I just remember that review, and it was so funny, just kind of stumbling my way through a review, trying to figure out how to do a Lego Star Wars review on YouTube. So that's why it's got a very special place in my heart. It's hard to explain, but if you guys have YouTube channels and you remember like the first Lego set you ever reviewed on your channel, it means so much on a personal level, that it's crazy to think about. But the embarrassing thing about it is I'm going to force myself to play a few of those clips right now. So we'll go ahead and play some clips of me stumbling through a review, very high pitched, very bad video quality. I was filming probably on, if you guys remember the old, I think it was called a flip camera. It was like this weird vertical camera. It was crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll a few clips of that right now.
Hey guys, it's JJGGG doing a review on Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter. And we'll start off with the minifigures. Here's Anakin. Pretty cool. If you look really closely, Anakin has a clone face with blue eyes instead of brown eyes and a black scar. And he has a chrome lightsaber. Here's Ahsoka, chrome lightsaber. Ahsoka, yep. Pretty cool. R2-D2, pretty cool. So yeah, now onto the ship. Pretty cool how Ahsoka goes in there. I like that gunning part. R2-D2, Anakin's in there. And I'll show you a feature. See this thing right here? It opens up, oops, sorry, like that. You can store the lightsabers in there. So I'll do that. Sorry. That. And watch this. I just shot something. You push down R2-D2, then this missile from under here, see it like that, shoots out. Pretty cool. But this set is really cool. It took me about 2 days to build it. Would have took me shorter because I had to go to everyone's house for Christmas and stuff. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Now, the next thing that we are going to talk about and look into is the ratings on Brickset. So Brickset has a rating out of 5 stars, and all of these reviews and ratings are left by users on the site. So you can go in, have an account, and you can log in, like all that. You can kind of get an inventory of all the sets you have, and you can leave your reviews and opinions on the set. So out of 155 ratings and 23 reviews, but the 155 ratings is the big thing we're going to look at here. Overall, an average of those 155 ratings is 4.3 out of 5 stars. So that's the average as of the time I did my research and making the video. 4.3 out of 5 stars. Now, inside, in my heart, I'm like, oh, how could you rate it that low? But I think taking my nostalgia out of my opinion of the set, I think 4.3 is a fairly good rating. So we can get into that later when I give my full opinions on what my personal rating is. So again, we can, if you guys want to let me know if you think 4.3 is a little low for ratings on this set, you think it's a good rating on the set. I'm very curious to see what you guys think, because my view on the set is very nostalgic based. I don't have a very good objective view, although I'm trying my best for this Lego look back to try to give an objective rating system at the end. But brick set, average of 4.3 out of 5 stars. Now we'll go ahead and jump into the Bricklink kind of portion of this review. So all the research and all the prices that I'm giving are kind of prices that I found at the time of my research. So if you were to go check Bricklink right now, some of the stuff might have been sold, prices might have changed, but at the time of researching that I did for this video for the Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter, if you want to buy just the Y-Wing by itself, right? So you just want to buy the Y-Wing to maybe buy a couple of them or anything like that. I found a couple for only around $58. So, and this is all in US dollars. So if you just want the Y-Wing, you might be able to find it for close to anywhere from $50 to $60, that kind of general range. I found one for $58. So if you want the Y-Wing, $58. I think that's a really good price on Bricklink, considering this set was $60 when it came out, and I know the minifigures aren't as popular in this set for a lot of people. So I think, honestly, for the full Y-Wing for that price, if you still can find it for that low, I think that's a great price on Bricklink, honestly. So I think that's a great price on Bricklink, honestly. That's just great. Now we'll go ahead and move on to Ahsoka. I found this actually kind of interesting. So Ahsoka right now, I found, I think the lowest price I found for an Ahsoka figure was $4.26. Again, at the time of making and doing this review and research. Now, why I find that interesting is because if we go to Anakin's minifigure, he's only around $1.50, $1.49 for Anakin. Now, of course, Anakin came in a lot of sets, that particular Clone Wars version, so that could be one of the reasons he's a little cheaper, of course. But I also think that people might just be more interested in the Ahsoka figure, in particular that version of Ahsoka, the seasons 1 through 2 and half of 3, where she had her kind of, in the Clone Wars movie, where she had her early seasons design. And Ahsoka has just been more popular recently with Clone Wars Season 7. But Ahsoka around $4.26, and Anakin for around $1.49 was the lowest one I could find. And again, these fluctuate between, do you want a perfect minifigure? Do they have some scratches? Do they have not lightsaber included lightsaber? Kind of all these different variables, but I'm trying to give you guys a good overview of things. Generally, you're probably going to find Anakin for a little cheaper. What's also interesting is R2-D2. $3 was like the cheapest one I found, which I thought was very interesting, that again, costing more than Anakin, which is kind of interesting that the R2-D2 figure would cost more than that. But yeah, R2-D2 $3 if you're still looking to pick up a Clone Wars version of R2-D2. There you go. Now, this is where we kind of get interesting, and what I find most interesting about this Bricklink portion. If you want this set in sealed, perfect condition, what I found on Bricklink was around $300 for a perfect condition Y-Wing. Again, at the time of making my video, so that one could have sold, they could have upped the price, could have lowered the price, but $300 is what I found for sealed. That's quite a lot, considering that the Y-Wing itself you could find for probably $60 on Bricklink. But again, having it in that box art, again, you can see some of the box art down there. I've got it on this shelf because of one of my favorite sets, so we got the box art down there. Having the full sealed box from the back in the good old Clone Wars days definitely ups the price. So if you want one sealed, you can go and do that. But if you really just want the set, then I would definitely say just buy the Y-Wing by itself on Bricklink. But again, $300 for the sealed set. So pretty crazy on that. Now we're going to pose a few questions, and you guys can answer these in the comment section below, and I'll be very interested to hear what your opinions are for these next couple questions that I pose. So the first one, does this set hold up compared to today? And then how does it compare to more recent sets? So these kind of go hand in hand. Now, what I think is very interesting is a lot of people after the Siege of Mandalore arc really wanted LEGO to make a 501st Y-Wing that we see in the Victory and Death episode, the last one of Clone Wars, where Ahsoka and Rex escape from the crashing Venator in like a Y-Wing that's like this, but blue. I think that would be a great set. You could use a very, very similar, if not the same design that you use, maybe upgrade a few things from the Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter, just change the yellow to blue, and I think that would be a great set that would sell a ton, especially if you could include Ahsoka, Rex, and then maybe Jesse as an ARC Trooper, or a 332nd Trooper along in there. I think that'd be a great set, so I hope LEGO does come out with another Y-Wing, Clone Wars Y-Wing. We've gotten, of course, the Galactic Civil War version of the Y-Wing, which I've got up here somewhere with Admiral Radish. It's also a great set. But another Clone Wars Y-Wing, I don't think we've gotten one since 2009. And again, this model is really good, and I don't know how much you would do to it to really upgrade it. But I think it'd be awesome if they did a new one, especially with a different color scheme like the 501st. So in terms of how does it hold up, I kind of just stated it right there, but I think there's not much you really can do. I guess we'll go ahead and pick up the set right now. I don't know how much you would really do to kind of change the design on this, because I think it's a great set. Again, it's got this feature down here where you can hold the set like this and kind of swoosh it around and fly it. I think the turret's well designed and accurate. I don't know what you really would change except for maybe adding some more greebling to the outside and maybe redoing some of the engines, but overall I think this set holds up, and I could see something like this definitely coming out nowadays. Now the question would be, would LEGO make it as big as this? Or if they were to make another one, would they downsize it like they've been doing with a lot of their sets? I personally love the size of this, so I hope they wouldn't downsize it. But who knows with what LEGO's doing nowadays. But I definitely think it holds up, and I think it's better than a lot of the sets that we've gotten recently. I think as big as it is for the price point and all the details on the set, I think it's really, really good and compares well to sets nowadays. So I enjoy it quite a bit, and I think it holds up very well. Now I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about that last portion. Do you think it compares well to sets today? How does it hold up? 2009 design, how does it hold up today? And how does it compare to recent sets? And would you like to see another Clone Wars Y-Wing? I would love to. That's at the top of my list. If LEGO's going to remake stuff, stop remaking original trilogy stuff. Let's get another Clone Wars Y-Wing in there, give it some 501st patterns or something like that. So definitely let me know if you guys would like to see another Clone Wars Y-Wing, because I definitely would. Now we'll go ahead and get to the final part of the video, which is my personal rating. So this is a personal rating, so obviously there's a little bias into it, and I have such fond memories with it. But overall, I gave it a 4.8 out of 5 stars. Might be a little high for some people, but again, this is one of the earliest LEGO Star Wars sets I got, and it was the first set I built on my own, and it kind of started my channel with the LEGO Star Wars reviews, which were a very popular thing at the time, and everybody was doing it, and it was a lot of fun doing those reviews. So started my channel with those reviews, and I remember just playing with the set all the time as a kid. Every time I would set up a little battle, I would use the Y-Wing. So I've got a lot of fun memories with this set, so for that reason I gave it a 4.8 out of 5 stars. Now I think the only thing that is kind of lacking in the set, and this might be people's problem and maybe why they wouldn't give it such a high rating, is the minifigure selection. So I can agree with that. Now, of course, it is Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter, and it's based on Season 1, I think the Shadow of Malevolence episode, where Anakin takes his squad to go blow up the Malevolence, and with Matchstick and all those awesome pilots. So I do think the minifigure selection is kind of... I think it's okay because it is Anakin's, and it's just Anakin, Ahsoka, and R2-D2 in that Y-Wing. I still think if they would have included like a clone pilot or two, I think that would have been amazing. I know it might not have fit because it's not their Y-Wing, it's Anakin's Y-Wing, but I think if there would have been a few clones, I think people might look more fondly on this set. But that's the only flaw I see with the set, is the minifigure selection, but me personally, I don't have a problem with it. Back in the day, I was upset there weren't any clones, but now I get why it doesn't have any clones, and it doesn't bother me that much. But so I really enjoyed it. 4.8 out of 5 stars. Am I crazy? Do I have a valid point here? Do you think it's 4.8 out of 5 stars? So I'm very curious. So now it is your guys' turn. The big thing of the series and how we're going to continue this series is your guys' interaction and feedback. So all the questions I posed earlier, does it hold up? How does it compare to recent sets? Would you like to see a new updated version of the Clone Wars Y-Wing? And of course, your rating. What is your rating on this set? And then lastly, the big one, if you have this set, what memories do you have with this set? I gave you some of my memories with the set when I was a kid, and how I kind of grew to love this set, and how it's one of my favorite sets of all time now. So if you own this set, do you remember getting this set? What was the situation around getting this set? And of course, do you enjoy the set, and what memories do you have when you got this set and kind of throughout the years? And if you guys have any really cool stories, I'll go ahead and share those, whether with some screenshots like you saw in today's episode, or I'll kind of read off some comments. If you guys have any really cool stories about Anakin's Y-Wing Starfighter from your personal lives, so definitely let me know, and let me know what you think about LEGO Look Back so far. We're 2 episodes in. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, but it is a lot of work. It's a lot of research. I got to record all the video, and then doing the audio is a whole other portion with the research as well. So it takes a long time to produce these videos. That's why they're not as frequent. So definitely let me know, leave a like, and especially the comments with the whole interaction on your opinions on the set and your memories. That way I know you guys are enjoying the series and you want to see me make more of these, because they take a lot of time to produce. It takes away from doing some other videos that I've got planned as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. The next episode I have planned is the AAT from 2009, another amazing set. I'm really excited to dive deep into that, and stay tuned for more videos on the channel, including from start to finish, which I've got a couple awesome historical builds coming up, and then of course the large-scale Munilus mock update series. I'm looking at it right now. It's right behind the camera. It's looking pretty epic, so make sure to go check those out if you haven't already. So as always, leave your feedback in the comment section below. Hope you guys have a great day, and may the force be with you always.